Maybe he also has some magical aura or something, because everybody else here has been hit with like the Pokemon. Oh my goodness. This is gonna make so much sense if you like Pokemon. Everybody else here has been hit with like a sleep powder or a spore, which are two moves in Pokemon that grass types use to put their opponents to sleep. Guess what? A lot of grass types are also green. Ha ha. See, that's super clever. If you've never seen Pokemon, that's not gonna make sense. But if you have, you should like definitely be subscribing, liking, sharing, tell everybody you know, because that was a great connection that my brain just made there. Elphaba is a grass type Pokemon. That's why she's green.
Walk with me throughout the sands of time. Love me through the dark desert night. Hold me close, be my partner in crime. Love like glue, the water tide.
I just need to know that you're gonna be ride or die. If kingdoms turned into dust, would you still be my ally? If life wrapped its hands around my neck, bow tie, would you still love me? Just let me know if.
What up, Pride? It's your boy Amari, back again with another reaction video. Today we are getting into part 8 of Wicked, just continuing to plow on through. At the end of the last part, we got popular, great big number, very sweet moment between Elphaba and Galinda. So who knows what's gonna happen now? I didn't expect, like, the last two parts have just been very shocking. The character development, the progression of their friendship has just been super interesting to me. So I have no idea where this is going. I feel like the last two parts have been very wholesome towards the end of the last two parts, and so I'm assuming it's not gonna stay that way. Eventually Elphaba has to die, unfortunately. So let's see what happens in this part. Thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. Appreciate you continuing to rock with me on this journey. We're almost done with this movie, so this is exciting. But without further ado, let's get into this, and I'll see all you guys on the other side.
You've been Galindified. You don't need to do that, you know. Come on, let's get to class.
It's all right, Miss Elphaba. I'll be all right.
Students, remain calm, please. There's no cause for alarm.
What is this? What's happening?
Come on, goat.
Hey! You can't permit this.
But I'm afraid it's out of our hands.
They can take away my job, but I shall continue speaking out. Listen to me. You're not being told the whole story.
Please, it behooves us all not merely to study the past, but to look to the future. This is called a cage. Now, one benefit of caging an animal this young is that in all likelihood, you'll never learn to speak. The dimensions of the cage will vary upon the size of the animal, but the basic design remains the same. Let me show you.
What are we gonna do?
Sorry, we?
Well, someone's got to do something.
Okay, so so much happened there that I have thoughts on. I tried not to, whoa, can't use that analogy. I tried not to go too early. Is stop too early. You know what I'm saying? Wow. First off, who are these Gestapo wannabes coming in here dragging my boy Dillerman out by the horns, no less? That's wild. I'm sure they got some appendages that they would not like to be dragged out by. That's crazy. To do that in the middle of class was clearly meant to send a message and a sign to all of the students. That was insane. Like, I'd mostly forgotten that was a whole storyline that was happening. I was enjoying the Elphaba Galinda / not enjoying the Elphaba discrimination turned, now she's popular. Like she walk around school and people are like, hi Elphaba, hi Elphaba. Like what? Y'all are sheep, bro. Y'all, that just proves they hated her for no reason. Because if you could give up your hate and your bigotry that easily, you don't really feel what you saying you feel. You going with the crowd, you're a punk. Anyway, yes, I'm arguing for hating people in a more solidified, less flippant way, but I'm just saying, like, you get what I'm saying? Like, they turned like this. All it took was for Galinda to, I mean, as Fierro said, Galindify her, but all it took was for Galinda to recognize her, like, publicly and openly, and everybody's now like, Elphaba's dope. She's still green. She's been green. She's the same person, okay? In fact, she's wearing the same clothes. Her clothes haven't even changed that much. She don't even have the flower in her hair anymore that Galinda put in her hair. Like, literally nothing from Popular has changed Elphaba in any way except Galinda taught her to flip her hair, which she was not doing when they were, like, you get what I'm saying? She did it after they left, okay? So, speaking of, I really love that Fierro was like, you don't have to do that. Like, there was a moment there, bro. They got a little chemistry and tension, okay? I don't know if y'all remember. I was saying before, I thought they was going to be a love triangle. It doesn't seem like it. I mean, look at what I'm paused on right now. Like, clearly Fierro and Galinda are an item. I'm just saying, there's something there, okay? Like, there's definitely like some fanfic, some Wattpad, some fan art, something of these two as an item, because like Elphaba and Fierro, I feel like they got a little tension there, even though there's clearly the story's not going that way, but like there's enough breadcrumbs, you feel me? Like the ships are being built is what I'm saying. So anyway, yeah, I really liked how he has just very consistently accepted her for her and just been like, bruh, nothing about you is wrong or strange. Something about him is wrong or strange because he is clearly the only person who is like not right. Like everybody else passing out, like they just went on a bender, but he's like, what's happening? Maybe it hasn't hit his part of the room yet, but I feel like Galinda is magical. That is established. We know that already. And she is knocked out completely and he is not affected yet, but he's in the same general space as her. I mean, he basically got her in a headlock right now. You feel me? Like they're in the same breathing area. So like he should be affected if he not magical, right? But he's not affected. Yeah, I feel like something's going on here. And before I was saying that Galinda, her magic is like basically supernatural charisma or supernatural luck, depending on how you want to look at it, because like she's just so beloved. And I also made the point that Fierro is the only person who other people react like that to. And so connecting those two random points that I've had, maybe he also has some magical aura or something, because everybody else here has been hit with like the Pokemon. Oh my goodness. This is going to make so much sense if you like Pokemon. Everybody else here has been hit with like a sleep powder or a spore, which are two moves in Pokemon that grass types use to put their opponents to sleep. Guess what? A lot of grass types are also green. Ha! Ha! See? That's super clever. If you've never seen Pokemon, that's not going to make sense. But if you have, you should like definitely be subscribing, liking, sharing, tell everybody you know, because that was a great connection that my brain just made there. Elphaba is a grass type Pokemon. That's why she's green. Anyway, yeah, she's putting everybody to sleep, including the Gestapo dude and the new history teacher, who, by the way, I hate. If you have sideburns like that, I'm bigoted against you. I'm going to be for real. Obviously, I'm not against facial hair. Like, it grows out of my face constantly. Right now, you are actively watching hair grow out of my face. But with that being said, what is up with his face? What is the muffin chops he got? I mean, he got like two beavers just stapled onto the side of his head. I don't like it. And I feel like I'm justified in that because he showed up with this whole cage thing, smacking the little lion cub with a thing. I feel personally, you can't see it right now because I got the little box for the movie on the little screen share thing. But there's a lion right here. You go to the intro if you've never seen my videos before. If you've never seen my videos before, I don't know why you would be watching this, but just assuming you haven't, go back to the intro. There's a lion right here. Obviously, I feel some type of way that he got a little lion cub in the cage. That's wrong, my guy. Don't be smacking it with the ruler, okay? I'll come over there smack you. But what was the point I was making? Sorry, a lot is going on. I have a lot of feelings about it, so I'm just kind of vomiting my emotions on you. But I don't like the way this is going. Oh, and he was like, if you put the animals in a cage from a young enough age, young enough age. I didn't catch that little word connection, their little rhyme there. That's nice. But they'll never learn to speak, which then obviously takes us back to Elphaba. Oh, sorry. Takes us back to Elphaba with Dilliman in the cage, a little vision that she had when she went to go see Dilliman the first time. Yeah, it's all trash. Where is this coming from? Who decided that this was okay? Was it the little like awful dean lady headmistress? Or yeah, no, she's head shistress, which I only remember because while editing that video, I had to go over that part a few times and I rolled my eyes every single time. So I don't remember what her name is, but I know that she sucks. I hate her. Every single scene she's ever been in has been awful. I mean, she's like probably the second worst headmaster in a magical high school setting behind. I know that this isn't a high school, but I just wanted to make a reference to her, who I also hate. But yeah, she sucks. Was this her decision that animals can't teach anymore? Also, where did you find this loser who is now the new history teacher? Where did he find this lion cub? Where did he find this cage? He's introducing this cage like it's a brand new invention. Did you make this? Is this your invention? What is happening is what I'm saying. I don't like any of it. All of this sucks except finding out that Elphaba is actually a grass type Pokemon. She's basically a Bulbasaur. That's what I'm saying. She's a Bulbasaur. Other than that, this whole section is trash, which I knew was gonna. I said this in the intro. I said it was gonna be trash. I'm so glad I said that because I was like, last time I thought like, oh, okay, we had like a good moment. It ended on a very high note. The next scene is probably gonna be like dark, but it wasn't. I mean, we found out that Elphaba's mom is dead, but like as I said, I'm not a good person, so I don't care. But other than that, it was like overall a good part. I was like, we done got a good ending and a whole nother part of goodness in here. It's gonna get dark again. Y'all done already told me musicals are like inherently dark because I don't know. All of y'all are masochists, I guess. I don't know why y'all like them just being. We can't have no happy musicals. Where's the singing and happy and shining and like why is that not a thing? But anyway, that aside, yeah, I kind of expected this was gonna be dark because we've just had too much good up until this point, and you know, skeptical and cynical. And I was right. We just started and this is horrific. I don't like this at all. And at this point, I'm just scared. Like what's going to happen next? What is going to happen next? I don't know. Anyway, I think Fiyero, this is completely unrelated to what I was just saying mostly. I think Fiyero and Galinda are like a really, really cute couple and match. But also I feel like I'm definitely seeing some vibes between Fiyero and Elphaba. And maybe like I'm just like projecting because I like really want her to like have a community of people who accept her and also to find love. But like, yeah, they could be cute. It would be a completely different dynamic. It would definitely be like an opposites attract kind of vibe. And it would also be like a you are the only exception kind of vibe from the standpoint of he was the first person to accept her, the first person who wasn't there when she was born, who saw her and was not like taken aback. I guess you could say Dilliman also felt that way, but like Dilliman didn't like immediately accept her. Dilliman accepted her once he saw that she was intelligent. Miss Morrible accepted her once she saw that she was powerful. But Fiyero accepted her just like from the first, like as soon as he rode up and almost hit her, he was just like, whatever, you're green, no biggie. You know, like there was nothing she did made him accept her. He just did because he did. I don't know why. I don't really understand it, but he did is the point. And so I like that. And like in my brain, I would like them to be together. But also the other half of it is she is the only exception for him because she is the only person who's not like completely awed by him and like worshiping the ground. He floats above like a little angel. And so they have a unique experience with the other person that they don't have with most other people, especially most other people their age. At this point, Elphaba is starting to develop a sense of community around her. So she doesn't like have to have romance. And it, in theory, like in real life, it makes more sense for Galinda and Fiyero to be together. But it just, I like both of them. Whoever he ends up with. If he ends up with nobody, I guess this would all be pointless. But whoever he ends up with, I think it would be cute, you know? But I feel like it was a moment, okay? There was a little something, there was a little extra glance, a little smile, something. Every time they interact with each other, I just be thinking like, you know?
What is happening?
I don't know. I got mad and Fiero, what are you doing?
Well, you coming? Why is it you're always causing some sort of commotion?
I don't cause commotions, I am one.
Yeah, well, that's for sure.
So you think I should just keep my mouth shut? Is that what you're saying?
What? No, no, I'm saying...
You think I want to be this way? You think I want to care this much?
I mean...
I know that my life would be much easier if I didn't care about
You haven't let anyone else talk.
Sorry.
I've just...
But can I just say one more thing? You could have walked away back there.
So?
So no matter how shallow and self-absorbed you pretend to be...
Excuse me. There is no pretense here. I happen to be genuinely self-absorbed.
Please. No, you're not. Otherwise you wouldn't be so unhappy.
Fine. But if you don't want my help...
No, I do.
Okay, so admittedly, I haven't listened to the song since that's not true. I listened to it, I think, one time since I reacted to it, but I feel like in the background, this is not. I'll get to this in a second. In the background, I feel like the composition that's happening in the background is taking a piece of Dancing Through Life, like that top line melody, and using it as like a little motif here in this like background compositional. I can't think of what it's called, but like, you know, like the little soundtrack that's happening in the background. There's like some elements of Dancing Through Life, which is happening here. It's obviously like slower and softer and just generally less grand than the song. But yeah, that's interesting. Like the way they're reinterpreting the Dancing Through Life thing, because like basically she just read him like a book and like called him out on the fact that like, you are a phony. You are not self-absorbed and uncaring and happy to be like this like rebellious kind of conundrum that he is. But which is also interesting because like she read him, but he was not able to read her at Osball. It was Galinda who read her at Osball. Do you remember? Because he thought she did not care when it was Galinda who saw that she actually cared. In this case, she can see that he actually cares. Does that make sense? Just, I don't know. It's just interesting. It's interesting. Also, I feel like this movie is confusing. Maybe they are like genuinely setting up the love triangle that I had predicted back when he was introduced as a character. But I feel like this movie is genuinely confusing because there are so many like little glances and like pauses, and like when she grabbed his hand when he went to walk away and it like zoomed in on his head. There's just like so much narrative, like ship them. Like there's like so much little breadcrumbs to like give enough like, I don't know, romantic tension between the two of them. Like sometimes people be creating ships out of characters that like just don't make sense. Like I'm gonna ship Dillerman with the bear. Why? I don't know. I just think it would be cool. Like people just be shipping random stuff. Like I'm gonna ship Miss Morrible with the freaking snow leopard from earlier, like the one who sounds evil. Why? I don't know. I just want to. Like people just be throwing characters together. I feel like right now there's some something happening right here, and so I just find that very interesting because they just went like way out of the way to establish that Fiero and Galinda are a thing, and they went way out of the way to build this, or like I guess not build, because they already had a relationship. It was just not a good relationship between Elphaba and Galinda, and it's like now starting to turn into something beautiful. And like right after those two things were solidified in the story, they're like, oh yeah, by the way, remember that thing that you felt if you're me? I don't know, maybe you didn't feel it when they first met, but remember that thing that you felt but then you forgot about because you thought you were wrong? No, there's actually some more here. We're just gonna throw more fuel on the fire. And so yeah, it's just weird. I know y'all didn't like click on this video expecting me to like spend the whole time talking about shipping and like relationships. You probably wanted me to talk about like the inner workings of like whatever is happening in their society, all this bigotry towards animals and the cages, and the fact that like Elphaba, given her ostracized nature, can both relate to the animals in their oppression and also has this heart to be like a champion of their cause and like want to free them, even if she doesn't understand why she cares so much. And yeah, like, yeah, I could talk about all that. But what I really want to talk about is like love triangles. So that's what I'm doing. Yeah, very interesting. I don't think he knows how to process this though, because I don't think he's ever in life been seen so clearly. You know, everybody's been so awestruck by his aura that they haven't like really taken the time to like look deeper, but because Elphaba wasn't, she could, and therefore she is like seeing a part of him that like I'm assuming nobody has ever seen before. And the reason for that is just like his reaction to it was like, what the heck? How did you know that? You know, it's like when somebody just straight up reads you when you know what I thought of? There's a Wizard of Oz movie that came out like, I don't know, a decade ago with like Mila Kunis and James Franco in it and some other people. Galinda in that story has like a very, or in that like movie, has a very I see through you scene in that movie that's just like so, it's like this where no one else has ever seen him for what he truly is and yet still like accepted him. And it's like a big point in the movie. If you've seen the movie, it's like Oz the Powerful or something. It's not called The Wizard of Oz. It's like Oz something. Hold on one second. Okay, it's called Oz the Great and Powerful. Came out in 2013, which is like a little over a decade ago. I was mostly nailing it, okay? But yeah, that movie is like pretty interesting. I don't know that I would say it's great, but for some reason, I've watched it a few times. It just like sticks in my brain. And so, yeah, there's a scene in that where Galinda kind of reads Oz for filth. And that reminds me of this scene here. But anyway, this is interesting. Let's see what happens. I really thought she was going to like release the lion cub into the water like he's a duck. And I was like, that's not how that works. But no, she's just giving him something to drink. So we shall see how this develops. I feel like it's gonna just keep getting darker. I do, because like the way she like froze everything, like, you know, she's not gonna be able to do that all the time. Also, there's probably gonna be consequences because of that, you know? So Miss Morrible already done found the class and then already told the Wizard of Oz, like it said urgent message on her little letter. So yeah, I guess we'll see what comes of this. Maybe Oz can help. But with that said, I don't know like what Oz is gonna, like maybe he just might have like, you know, the clout to show up and just be like, hey, stop treating the animals bad. And then Dillerman can get his job back. I don't know that Miss Morrible wants Dillerman to get his job back. It doesn't really affect her that much, but maybe they're friends. They're peers and coworkers. So they might be friends. Who knows? We'll see. But this whole thing is just like it's tense, you know? It's very tense.
What did you mean to do back then? And why was I the only one you didn't do it to?
You're bleeding. I must have scratched you.
Or maybe it scratched me or something. I better get to safety. The cop.
Mm-hmm.
I better get the
Heart sleep in a giddy world. He could be that boy, but I'm not that girl. Don't dream too far. Don't lose sight of who you are. Don't remember that rush of joy.
Okay, they taking it up, so I think we're about to switch into something else. I don't know how this is gonna go because her last like big solo number started kind of chill, and then like by the end, like it was like full on, you know, vocal explosion. So I don't know where this is going to go, but also this is sad. Like this is really, first off, I would just like to beat on my chest again. I'm so good at like whatever this is, like predicting storylines, predicting where stuff is gonna go. Like I mess up sometimes, for sure, bigly, often actually. But when I nail it, I nail it. I called this like from the moment he showed up. This is so love triangle-y. It's crazy. the little touch on how did he get a scratch? Where did that even come from? That doesn't make sense at all. Like, I guess it was, the implication was that the cub scratched him at some, but when was the cub on your face? When were you using it as a pillow, my guy? Like, where did that even come from? That doesn't make sense at all. He had the cub like at his torso region. How do you end up with a scratch on your face? That's an excuse. I think he scratched himself because he wanted a little sympathy. I'm just saying. Maybe she scratched him with magic because like then she could like touch his face. I don't know. But like, yeah, that whole I'm so good at this. Like, that's crazy. I should be famous. Like, whatever. What's the little lady who used to go on TV and like predict people's futures and stuff? Like, she was like a little, I don't know what you call it, but that I could do that. That's what I'm saying. Wrap my head up. Give me a little crystal ball. I'm good at this, bro. Like, I'm so good at this. Anyway, yeah, clearly there's a little tension there. My boy got spooked. He was not ready for all that intimacy. I feel you, bro. It happens. Sometimes it creeps up on you. You got to run away. You don't know what to do. Yeah, back to the point. This song is, where am I going with this? There's a lot going on. So my brain is kind of all over the place. There is a certain level of somber to this that there shouldn't be in a more ideal world. And what I mean by that is like the whole song is basically like, this could be a beautiful moment between me and a boy, but I know that will never be me because of my situation. And that's depressing, you know, like that, for her to put a, I guess, glass ceiling on her ability to be able to connect with another person or to be romantically involved in any capacity is basically what her sister did when they were at the Oz ball and she was Oz Dust ball, whatever. And she was like, oh, I know you don't actually like me. You just asked me because I'm in this chair. Da, 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 da. It's like that, but like taken further, you know? And that's really depressing because like that happens in real life. There are people who they set realistic expectations on their potential, on their future, and those parameters end up oftentimes being shackles because sometimes it just takes insane belief, insane courage, insane optimism to be able to achieve things, like great things in life, just in general, not even in the perspective of romance, but just in general. But I understand why she feels the way she does in this situation and feels like she doesn't have the capacity to have that like storybook, beautiful romance, but it's also effed, you know, like it shouldn't be that she feels that way, but it is because in reality, that's the truth. Like most people, especially prior to Galinda giving her like credibility as a person socially, most people not only didn't find her attractive or like a romantic option, they thought she was like a monster. You know, they were terrified of her. They were actively shunning her or attacking her, throwing rocks at her and stuff. Actually, no, they were throwing rocks at Nessa Rose. And then she like threw the rocks back with her magic. You get my point though. I don't know, she's in university, and she's older than Nessa, who's also in university. Nessa's a first year, so she's probably 18, 19, 17, 18, 19, somewhere in there. Elphaba is older, so let's say she's 20, 21, somewhere in there, right? In the 21 years of her life, give or take, she has never had anything close to a male friend, let alone male romantic option. And so like, I get it. I just don't like it. You know, it's just so sad that like this should be a beautiful moment and it's not. It's dark because of like the context of her life and her situation. And so that's not lost on me. You know, Cynthia's singing is beautiful. Obviously, the little fluttery runs and vibrato that she has like a lot of vocal control, and she is able to add spice to otherwise mundane or dull moments, like from a vocal perspective. And I think that's really awesome. I think she is killing all of the vocal moments, like all of the singing moments in this musical so far. The song, the song that she had with Dilliman, where like Dilliman was singing a little bit, she was singing a little bit, and Dilliman was singing again and like went full goat on her. And then obviously like her original I just got to Shiz University, just talked to Miss Marble, and she said that I had potential. And so now I'm super happy. My future can be better song. All of those moments, I think those are all the moments so far where she has sung have been really, really great. But for me, obviously, this is like the saddest one. The one with Dillerman was obviously the darkest one, but this is the saddest one. And so, yeah, I don't know that she ends up with Fierro. In fact, I don't think she ends up. If I had to bet, I would feel like Fierro is going to end up with Galinda. It's the safer option for him. Also, Galinda is like ready and like there's not like baggage that he would have to work through in building a romantic bond with her, and technically they're already kind of dating. Versus like Elphaba, he would have to love her through her trauma and like heal her through the process of that love. And that would be great for him as a person, like his development as a person, and also great for Elphaba and her development as a person. But I just don't feel like that's where this is going. And so that's very unfortunate. But who knows? Maybe like the Wiz will be like younger and then they can date. That would be awesome. Or maybe this is just going to be tragic and Elphaba's not going to have like a fleshed out romantic journey or venture other than the people in the comments who think her and Galinda have a thing going on. But like, yeah, I don't know where this is going is the point. I just think it's sad right now. And also all of the potential options that I can think of that like I think are relatively realistic for how this ends up. They're all just sad. They're not great.
Every so often we long to steal to the land of what might have been, but that doesn't soften the ache we feel when reality sits back in. Gold hair with a gentle curl, that's the girl he chose, and heaven knows I'm not that girl.
Okay, I wasn't gonna say it because like but I gotta say something here that like just I don't know how many other people who have reacted to this will have this perspective or be able to say this. As a person who grew up black in America, technically I am mixed, for the record. For those of y'all who don't know, I know to white people I just look straight black. Black people can see me and like straight up just tell I'm mixed, but I am mixed, for the record. There are multiple groups of people in my family, including white people. I have blood relation to a lot of people who look a lot of different ways. Let me just start there. But you know, one drop rule, if you don't know what that is, Google. Actually, no, let me not Google, because you might come up with some really dark stuff. One drop rule basically dates back to slavery, which was if a person had even one drop of African ancestry in them, they were classified as not white. And that's very, very much the case for people who are mixed and then also not white passing, AKA when you look at them, you can tell that they are not 100% white. You are definitely not white, okay? And for the record, my culture is like very black. I'm very close to like the black side of my family. I very much embrace being black. I'm content to be black, for the record. That not get this misconstrued for what it's not. But with that being said, as a person who grew up black in America and has very close relation with a lot of black people who also grew up black in America, obviously, I have seen this sentiment happen before through the lens of like non-whiteness, and it's like very sad where I've seen people who aren't white feel like they are not beautiful because they don't meet the standards of Eurocentric beauty. And I've seen like how that tears at people, the ways that affects people's psyche and mentality, their confidence, their belief in their own innate beauty and appeal to other people or to people who they may be attracted to. And while that has never really been an issue for me from the standpoint of like, I mean, for better or for worse, there's like a very large subset of society that fetishizes black men, and that comes with a certain level of like consistent appeal across spectrum. Obviously, black women are going to appreciate black men, which shouts out to that. But like, as far as like other races, there are obviously people who are genuinely attracted to black men, and that's not like fetish based. But then there are also like the very like vocal, like I have a fetish for black men people. So like I've never really had an issue with finding people who are attracted to me, is my point. So I've never really suffered the I'm not attractive because of my race thing. The people who haven't found me attractive have mostly just not found me attractive, is my point. Or it's been like some other like, oh, I don't vibe with his personality, or like general compatibility or whatever. From the perspective of like people that I know who are women, especially black women or Native American women or Hispanic women, Asian women, just non-white women is my point. I have seen a lot of them have to like go through something similar to this, and it is very dark. It's an uphill climb. I'm obviously not a woman of color, so I'm not the best person to like relay this sentiment, but I am very closely connected to a lot of women of color. And so just in case there aren't women of color to like speak on this particular issue, I feel like the blackness that I do have, the blackness that I have experienced, and the connection to black people that I do have allows me to have a perspective on this song that many people who haven't grown up as minorities in whatever dominant culture, I'm sure like people who grew up as, if you were white and living in China, you would probably have like a similar sentiment where like the beauty standard is not, maybe not white in China, because there's, maybe if you were white growing up in Ethiopia, you might have like a similar perspective, but I can't speak to that. I don't know what that is. That's not my experience or like the experience of the people next to me. But as a person of color in a society where like the beauty standards are not tailor-made for the way that you naturally look, I understand the real life implications of this sentiment that Elphaba is feeling. She's feeling it because she's green, but like in real life, we don't have green people, but we do have people who are other colors where they then feel disqualified from beauty. And so that like just like hit me a lot. And I feel like it's maybe meant to, like, especially the part with like the golden hair curl, like whatever she was saying, like when she was describing Galinda, like in here, 1 second, she's sitting down, gold hair and a gentle curl. Like that's like very, right? That's very golden hair. While there are technically Africans who do have naturally golden hair, for the most part, black people don't have gold hair. And for the most part, the only people who do have gold hair are white. Gold hair naturally, I mean. And then like the whole gentle curl thing, that is like a whole bag of worms as far as like hair texture and like the discrimination and lots of trauma that certain groups of people, including black people, which is like the people who I'm speaking on right now, have in relation to like beauty and acceptance. And like that's a whole other conversation. Like this, however long this video ends up being, I could have a conversation on just that topic the same length. So I won't like get into that right now, but if you are any of the groups that I've described, which is basically like a woman who is not, and again, this is a thing for men, but like less so, beauty standards are generally less of an ever-present pressure for men, except like maybe height, than it is for women. And so if you are a woman who is a person of color, or you are a woman who grew up as a minority in wherever you grew up, let me know if you felt that. Like when you were listening to this song, when you were watching through this scene, if you were able to relate to this on a deeper level than say like some of the other songs that like are also sad or also great musical numbers or like vocally very nice. Like let me know if this song hit you in a different way, because it hit me in a different way, and I haven't been as affected by this sentiment in my own life as like some of the people in my family. But I have a black sister, like a full black, like 100% black sister. I have full black aunties and cousins. And I just think about like the stuff that I've heard women talk about as in relation to beauty standards, specifically beauty standards that you can't, there is no cosmetic surgery to make you not your race. You know, like there are people who are like transracial or whatever. That's a whole other thing. There are people who are like transracial or whatever. That's a whole other thing. Oh, hell no. But like for the most part, you are the race that you are. And so any beauty standard that you are then disqualified from because of your race is one that you're just never going to meet. And that is something that people can see from a long ways away and will feel some type of way about you, whether they know you or not, from a long ways away, which Elphaba is also experiencing because of the color of her skin. Like, do you see what I'm saying? Like, it's just, yeah. And also in this case, the texture and color of her hair. It's just interesting. It's interesting. And I feel like this song has the potential to be like, of the songs so far, the most impactful to like specifically women of color because of what Elphaba is going through and how they can then relate to that. And so, yeah, I just feel like that needed to be said. And I don't know if there are that many women. I don't know. I don't actually watch reactions outside of like my own, not because I think my reactions are so much better than other reactions, but just because like that's not what I spend my time on YouTube doing. I mostly just watch like documentaries on like ancient empires and animals and like weird stuff like that. And like also like anime commentary and stuff like that. I don't really watch reaction videos. So I don't know what the reaction space for musicals looks like because I've literally never watched one. So there might be, but just in case there isn't, I felt the need to like just put that discussion out there. So now that that's out there, let's continue.
Hands touch, eyes meet, sudden silence, sudden heat. He could be that boy, but I'm not that girl. Blithe smile, blithe limb, she who's winsome, she wins him. Gold hair with a gentle curl, that's the girl he chose. There's a girl I know, he loves her so.
And that's about to piss me off so bad, bruh. Like, I'm be 100% real with you. Why you not looking for your sister, my nigga? Like, what's like let's be 100% real here. Why are you so content to be on the inside, popularity wise? Like, I know why. Just for the record, before y'all get in the comments, start trying to super explain the situation. I can understand her perspective. I just don't like it. Is my point. Why is she so? Oh yeah, I have a boyfriend now. I'm cool with the cool kids now. Like why are you not looking for your sister, my guy? Like what's up? Why are you not looking for your sister? I'm gonna keep saying it because I want y'all to understand that it's trash. The whole scene right here. She didn't even ask. I know she didn't ask because he don't know. He don't know at all where he ran off. So she not still at the water. She didn't ask. They all just gonna go off and have a good old time. They're gonna be kikiing, laughing, and high-fiving. She might be low-fiving because you get what I'm saying. The point is they're gonna be high-fiving and enjoying themselves, and she not worried about her sister at all. That's so trash. She could do after the traumatic situation that just happened in the classroom, everybody passing out and two people being gone. Why are y'all only focused on one of the people being back? Why is everything good now that only one person is back? You get what I'm saying? And also, technically, the same is true for Galinda as well. But Galinda just got friends with her like 15 seconds ago, okay? That's not her sister who've been defending her whole life from bigotry and oppression from other people who've been trying to bully her. You feel me? Like you should be more invested in your sister's treatment and what's going on with your sister. And I get you've never had to think about that from the standpoint of your sister has always been older than you and more powerful than you and therefore protecting you. But also, you pissing me off, bro. Like I'm very genuinely annoyed at how consistently Nessa is not defensive over Elphaba, is not concerned or worried about Elphaba, and yeah, I'm trying not to dislike her. And to be honest, in a way, that's a kind of special treatment that I would not associate to someone else who didn't have a disability. Like old ginger boy who's Bach, I would just straight up bash him like off it. Like I don't care. And that I understand that is actually that's like it's a little bit of overcompensation. In reality, if I was treating her like fair, which is what based off my experiences of like knowing people with disabilities, they just want to be treated equally. They just want to be treated normally. They don't want to be treated in a special, like coddled kind of way. And if I was not doing that with her, I would like been gone off on her, to be honest, like multiple parts ago. But like, I'm very annoyed. And like, also I'm very sensitive right now. Like I get that. Like my heart is hurting for Elphaba. And like, just like seeing this right here, she is mourning her lack of romantic potential. And her sister is just not caring at all. And while I do appreciate that, like apparently this fantasy magical land is the only place where racism is only based off one color and not all colors, it's very annoying to like I love the fact that she as a mixed black woman is like out here living her best life, and that is not what she's being discriminated against for. Yeah, that sentence makes sense. But like it's annoying to me, you know? And like again, I always try to be like very open and honest with you guys about the man who I am and the perspective that I'm coming from. I am an overly protective person. I am the tiger friend who like you don't want to tell somebody who's messing with you too, because they will go rip their face off. Like I am that friend. Like I am the meme of like, do you want me to kill them? Like that crazy friend. Like that's me. I am very protective of the people on my team and the people that I care about and the people that I love. So I get that she not gonna be me, probably. She should, but she's not going to. I get that. But at the same time, like you care more about your sister. This is a very annoying. It's like a trend of the only time you show emotion in relation to your sister is when you feel like she's embarrassing you. That's so trash. Anyway, now that I've said that, we're going to continue. But like, it's just, you get what I'm saying? It's not that she's doing anything in particular. It's what she's not doing that is what's irritating to me, you know? And so, yeah, I feel like there should be more something there's a lot missing in their connection. It's very one-wayed, and it's very annoying to me. Because if the roles were reversed and everybody had passed out and Elphaba came to and Nessa was gone, bruh, all of Oz is Oz land, the land of Oz, whatever it's called, it would have been on fire, okay? Because they would have found Nessa. I can tell you that for sure. It wouldn't have been no happy kikiing happening. It wouldn't have been no boy romance, no hanging out with no friends. They would have found Nessa, okay? The fact that is not the case the other way, like I get that Nessa is limited in her, but she doesn't have superpowers so far as we know. I get that. But the mentality, the lacking of investment in your sister's well-being outside of how it impacts your social standing is very annoying to me. And when her sister's well-being, or the not knowing of her sister's well-being, or her sister's discrimination doesn't directly impact her social standing, it seems like she just doesn't care. And that's very irritating to me. And this scene right here is like another example of that. And we keep getting examples of that, which is why it keeps getting more and more irritating to me.
Don't stop pushing only wounds the heart. I wasn't born for the rose and pearl. I'm not that girl.
So apparently this is where I'm supposed to stop. Sorry, I had like 2 big moments of ranting, like 10 seconds before that song ended. But I had stuff to say, and I was holding it in for a while. The first section of ranting. The second section of rant, I just got set off by, like, you saw that, right? Though, like, Fierro's the only person who like showed any genuine. Why is he the only person looking back? Why is everybody else content? We didn't go on to like what I'm guessing is a new day. Did she fall asleep outside? I don't know. This is where I'm supposed to stop, so I'm just not gonna speculate on what happens next. But it sounds like Miss Morrible. But if Miss Morrible is the only person who is out there looking for Elphaba, something is wrong. Do you get what I'm saying? That something has gone terribly wrong. And so, yeah, I don't like it. We're gonna go to the outro now, but I don't know how much I'm gonna have to say in the outro. I would say that, and then I have like 10 minutes worth of outro. So let's see. But anyway, outro time. Thanks for watching. Okay, yeah. So that was part. I think we're on part 8. Dark. Basically, nothing happy happened in this. I'm not even gonna say like the little cute moment they had with the little cut by the water with the cub and all. Nah, I'm not even gonna say that's good because I don't think it's gonna go nowhere. And for me, like I'm a big like this gotta go somewhere kind of person. You feel me? Like I don't like romantic moments just for the moments, just for the character development. Okay, I don't want to see nothing romantic between no characters that's not going to end up together by the end of the season, by the end of the show, to have babies, be in love, the whole night, get married. I would, if y'all ain't doing that, don't even show it to me. Okay.
Would you show me something if I couldn't have it?
I am not the kind of person who's like super invested. This is actually funny because I had a conversation with one of my friends about this. I don't like when there's like a will they, won't they in TV shows. It irritates the hell out of me. And I really, really don't like when there's like romantic tension that goes unresolved for a super long time. It irritates me. And so I know for a lot of people, they're not like, they're like really invested in that. When will it go? Like, no, that pisses me off. I just want y'all to just be Gomez and Morticia. Show up in love, be in love happily the whole time, be healthy. Don't give me no toxic, don't give me no will they, won't they, don't give me no miscommunications that go way too far and turn into this whole big issue when y'all could have just talked that out. I hate that, okay? It's very irritating to my brain, okay? And so yes, mind brain. Refer to the last part when I was saying I'll mess up the English language on purpose, okay? Mind brain don't like that, okay? And so yeah, it's very irritating to me. This sliding now. Yeah, that just is yeah, this whole part was just all the good stuff, all the sweet development and stuff that we got at the end of the part 6 and all of part 7. Part 7 was beautiful. That's amazing. That's gonna be my favorite part moving forward because I can already tell it's about to get dark. So we're gonna get some more stuff with the animal oppression, and I'm gonna have some feelings about that. I might end up as a vegan by the end of this. I don't know. I probably not. I eat meat a lot, but maybe, okay, I might think about it, or is what I'm saying. I might go hug a puppy or something, do some volunteering at an animal shelter. All of the volunteering that I've done has been like helping people, which is good, but it just dawned on me. I've never done any type of like animal shelter volunteering or any volunteering to help animals, which is like crazy because I really love animals, you know? And so yeah, but I mean, I'm content to like volunteer to help people. Like, I don't think that's bad. It just dawned on me, like, why have I never done that? I should do that. You should do it too. Go to your local, I don't know, shelter or whatever you got, animal rescue place or whatever. They could use some help. Go help them. So, yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about right now. This part was sad. It hurt my feelings in a lot of different ways. And I'm sure I'm gonna get like some very upset people in the comments for like my whole rant about like beauty standards and whatever, but like, whatever, it happens. It exists. You know it exists. If you benefit from it, you be honest. You know you benefit from it. If you don't benefit from it, you definitely know it exists. It's like, it is what it is. It's not, I'm not saying it's your fault personally. You didn't make the beauty standards. Don't be mad at me, but it is what it is. Some people don't feel beautiful because of stuff they can't control culturally. That's life, okay? I'm not saying you caused it, so don't be in my comments with your little sensitive self and your feelings all hurt, okay? That's just, it is what it is. And that would then, if you have suffered from that, cause you to relate to the song a little bit more. That's reality. That's the perspective I had when I was hearing this song, so that's why I shared it. Okay? So anyway, yeah, this part was sad. I don't know what to make the emoji for this video, because like, should it just be like a crying emoji? I feel like there's 87 different crying emojis, but yeah, let's just make a crying emoji, because I feel like I just kind of want to go lay down and cry right now. I'm a sensitive soul, okay? It just hurt me in my feelings, and I am man enough to tell you when I be feeling some type of way emotionally. I'm very open about my emotions. I feel the full emotional spectrum, and I be sharing that with y'all. And right now, what color are you feeling? I'm feeling blue. Your boy feeling blue. I'm blue, da-dee-dee-da-dee-da. This video is probably already copyrighted anyway, so just whatever. But yeah, that sucks. I feel bad for Elphaba. I hope she gets some type of something, but I don't think she will. If I'm being real with you, I feel like everybody's gonna take the safe option, because that's what basically everybody except Galinda has done throughout this entire movie. Everybody has done what has been socially the safest for them, and with the exception of Elphaba and Galinda. Galinda for most of it until recently, and then Elphaba always. There is no socially safe option. She could do nothing and still be hated, and therefore, why not be radical? You know, why not care? Why not feel? Why not do something? Make some change. Somebody at one point, I'm forgetting who it was, but when I was in college, there was like, never mind. The point is, I knew a person at one point who told me something that I thought was like very profound. And he was like, if they're going to hate you, give them a reason to hate you. You know, like if you're just going to be hated for existing, you might as well stand for something that would then, you know, like stand for something. Don't just exist in a peaceful, politically correct way that will not upset anybody. Stand for what is right, because they're gonna hate you even if you don't. So you might as well be a person of substance. Have some type of I don't know, hill that you die on, I guess, because they're gonna be shooting at you anyway. So that's kind of how I feel like Elphaba. I don't know that it's intentional. It might just be subconscious, but that is what Elphaba is doing. She has, one of the benefits of her situation is that she like has nothing to lose socially, and so might as well like be radically just, you know? And so anyway, now that I've started to sound like Malcolm X at the end of this video, I guess, thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it. Definitely make sure to leave a crying emoji. It's one of the many crying emojis in the comment section down below to let me know that you've made it until this point in the video. I really do appreciate it, and I will do my best to thank you personally in the comment section down below. And you leaving the emoji down there definitely boosts the video, adds a little extra engagement, tells the algorithm that you enjoyed the video, and therefore it can push it out to more people so more people can see it. Hopefully they enjoy it as well. So thank you so much for watching until this point. I'll be seeing all of you guys here on the channel next time.
Neurotoxin, cytotoxin, giving all its effects, it just can't be boxed in. It's so strong, I have to call it oxin. Feel it deep in your veins, like hemotoxin. Cytotoxin, myotoxin, it raises your hair, bumps all over your skin. When music hits, it'll make your head spin. Feel it deep in your brain, like neurotoxin. I'm the Goliath, Leone on the scene. Feel the vibration, no stock of beans. Cut out the burrow, hit you with the turbo. Don't need a referral to know I'm mean. Why am I blue green? It's just a smoke screen. Helps inject cuisine like a new vaccine. You're shaking your denim when you feel this venom. Not talking black bile that comes from your spleen.